Was woken up about 3 a.m. And I had to go for a chest scan. I've been getting this like a flicking sensation in the left side of my chest. In general, I mean, I think about Tom a lot. When they told me that I had a heart issue and that I potentially need a pacemaker, I did think about how Tom would have felt when the doctors told him what he had.
So you've had the pacemaker fitted. Do you have to stay in hospital after that, or can you go home? Like, you've been in hospital for a long time at this point, haven't you?
Yeah, so sometimes people will have it done and go home the same day if they're an outpatient. But because I was an inpatient, they wanted to keep me in for observation for at least 24 hours, just because my heart rate had been dropping so low. So I stayed in overnight, but I was woken up about 3 a.m. And I had to go for a chest scan because I've been getting this like a flicking sensation in the left side of my chest. They came back the next morning. They said to me that the readings were all fine. The flicking sensation is a mystery. I'm having more tests done and stuff for that.
Okay.
But one thing they did find out that was enlarged lymph nodes on my lungs, which could be a sign of what caused it. But I'm not going to know that until I've got to have a lung biopsy done in a couple of weeks.
That's scary. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds pretty gnarly, but it's not. I doubt it's going to be anything like what I've had already. They have to go through your windpipe, which is the most uncomfortable bit. So, and obviously which goes through past your voice box. So they said that it can normally, like, I'll have a sore throat and I'll be coughing. It's sort of like I feel like I've got really like bad throat infection / chest infection for a couple of weeks. I might cough blood for maybe a week, but I'm sure that'll be fine. But that might tell us what the cause was. There are things out there like sarcoidosis, which has been mentioned, which is an autoimmune disease, but they said that's unlikely. But I want to just make sure that I get everything. I'd rather just know what everything is. Fingers crossed, like it's just the lymph nodes are up because I had that really bad virus in October, not early November. There's a tiny little bit of scar tissue on my heart, which they don't know what caused that, but it's not big enough to actually cause any issues, but it's what caused that bit of scar tissue. Now, it may have been that chest infection that I had, which may have been a cause of what I've got, which is a 2-1 block in my heart. But I won't know that for a few weeks. It's a weird one. When I move in certain positions, it happens more. And certainly, like, I remember when I first had the operation done, that first 24 hours I was like, like this in bed. My mum then came and has been with me for a couple of weeks to make sure in case anything happened in that time. Because obviously Maisie's away, and the first few days in particular, you're pretty weak. I'm still trying to get used to. I'm like started going for walks and stuff like, but you sort of blowing after like 15 minutes.
Really? So you have to build yourself up.
Got to build myself up again, yeah. And I'm not sure whether or not maybe because I've had this like virus that my lungs are, because obviously I've got these enlarged lymph nodes, so. I don't know whether or not that's causing me to get a little bit breathless, and I'm trying to overcome that. But yeah, like I really feel like I'm just starting to build myself up again. But like I cleaned downstairs of the house yesterday, and I was absolutely buzzing. Like I was proper happy with myself, and it's like it is weird. It's weird because I feel like I feel like an old man at the minute, but every day I get to feel a little bit stronger and more positive, and obviously I think one of the things to overcome is accepting what's happened and accepting that certain things in my life are going to be different from now on. But I'm just trying to take it in my stride now, and I just want to be make it into a positive in my life, and do everything I can to make good of it, and hopefully, you know, make a lot more people aware of symptoms and what you can do with a pacemaker. I'm at the very start. Like, I feel really happy, as I said, because I cleaned downstairs. So I'm a long way off yet of living like a full life again. But yeah, I just want to yeah, just make the most of it and treat it as something that I was lucky to have, rather than I'm only 36 and I shouldn't have this, because if it wasn't me, it'd be someone else. So I think I have to take it in my stride, and yeah, and make the most of my life moving forward.
The first thing that a lot of fans thought when they saw your post on social media was like, oh my goodness, what's happened now? Like, not how can something medical or health wise happen to another member of the Wanted? I mean, how did you think about Tom much when you were going through all of this?
Well, I think about Tom all the time anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't think it was so much any different in that sense. When they told me that I needed a pacemaker, obviously that when they told me that I had a heart issue and that I would potentially need a pacemaker, I think I remember thinking in my head, you just gotta get on with this, like, and take it as a positive rather than a negative. I just got told that I had to take it that I'd been told that I had a chance at just living a normal life, but I just needed to have this procedure done. So I did draw from that at one point, I remember. In general, I mean, I think about Tom a lot, and I've been speaking to his mum. She's been so supportive the whole time. She's one of the first people that I messaged when I got to hospital, and she's been incredibly supportive the whole time, which has been really nice. I think about Tom in that way anyway, about how amazing he was, and even though he was going through what he was going through, how he was so full of life and just took it on. I kind of go through every day thinking about him like that. So
The bond was so tight, wasn't it? It was, you know, I know what you mean. It was, yeah, it wasn't like a different time for you. He's always in your mind. And
yeah, he's just always there. So it was, but yeah, I think of Tom like that all the time. And so I'm sure when I was in hospital that I thought of him like that, and it helped me through certain times, because I do that when I'm feeling well anyway. I've got Tom's date of birth just there.
oh, so were you? Oh, wow. So were you worried that they were going to, you know, ruin that tattoo? Because it's obviously a really special tattoo for you.
Yeah, that was the one thing I said before I had the operation. They were getting ready, and I said to the surgeon, "Can you just do me one favour and please try not to affect my tattoo?" Because obviously it's right in the place where they wanted to put it. But he said, "I'll do my very best," and he really did. He did a great job, because I don't know if you can see, but my scar is just looks a bit grim, but yeah, it didn't touch the tattoo. So, I mean, I don't know about every sort of 10 years when I've got to have the battery changed, but
right.
I'm going to just be covered here, but they've got to just avoid that. So they'll have to end up putting it in my neck. But as long as they don't touch my tattoo, we're all good.
And okay, so at what point were you able, because you're probably thinking, I want to be at home for Christmas. At what point were you able to go home?
I think I was home on the 23rd. Like, seeing my dog was so nice, like, because obviously, like, Maisie's been away working, so I've not really seen her at all. And when I was in there, I was really missing Albert. Just seeing his little face, like, after, because I've been in hospital for 10, 11, no, 12 days at that point. So, and I was thinking about him a lot. So yeah, it was lovely to see him. Like, you proper, like, realize how much, like, you love everything. But, like, when it comes to dogs, I am just, like, I'm mad about dogs. You know, Christmas Day wasn't as lovely as it was. I was knackered by 4, and not because I was drunk and eating a lot, which has always been lovely, but I was just knackered. So I was asleep, and then woke up, watched Gavin and Stacey, and fell asleep again.
And you saw each other over Christmas as well, which was probably quite
yeah.
nice. Although you probably
Yeah.
haven't done any Christmas shopping, had you?
No, I did it all from hospital.
Did
So
you?
yeah, and because obviously I was in my own head about everything, I just thought, right, I'm gonna go all out. So like I bought, oh my god, I spent so much money on my brother.
What? What? You have to tell me how much. What did you buy for everyone?
I'm
I want to know.
gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I bought him a jacket. I bought him a coat that I've always wanted my entire life, and I bought it for him.
What did you get, Macy?
I can't say at the minute because she hasn't opened half of them
Oh,
because I didn't. They didn't get here in time. But I mean, she got a few bits. She got a load of clothes and uh, like I don't know, hair things, curlers or something, all that kind of gear. I've got more stuff downstairs. She's really into art and stuff, so I've got loads of stuff to do with painting and all that stuff. But there's a big present downstairs that I'm not going to say because she doesn't know what it is yet. Got a like Uggs and all that stuff. She likes Uggs.
are you going to try and go away with Macy, have a nice holiday at some point?
Yeah, she rang me last night actually and said, "Are we going to go on holiday then? Like soon?" And I was like, yeah. Like, what fancy?" She was like, "Skiing." I was like, "Mate, it's taking a." So she wants to go skiing. So I might
Don't
have
go
to just.
skiing, Max. Don't go.
Oh, just got to, yeah. I just got to toughen up now and I just get on with it. But yeah, we'll have a break at some point. Hopefully I can get myself in shape for this gig. With the Wanted 2.0. Get myself fit for that. Hopefully get a holiday before then. That'd be nice, just to go and have a chill somewhere. Look, she's the boss, so whatever she wants to do, I think she needs a break more than I do. So we'll do that, and then I'll take my mum away once we've finished War of the Worlds.
A lot of people see heart problems, someone in their 30s thinking, oh, well, what was their lifestyle like? But you hadn't drunk alcohol for, was it 4 years?
Yeah, for 4 years, so coming up to 4.5 years. Yeah.
So you were probably the healthiest you've ever been, probably.
Yeah, in terms of and I don't smoke, and one of the doctors asked me immediately, "Do you vape?" Vaping apparently is really, really bad, and can cause scar tissue of your heart very quickly. So I've never vaped. I've never, I've tried one, but I didn't like it at all.
You don't regret those days of partying when you were young. You don't think any of that's connected to this.
Not one bit. Don't regret it one bit. I was doing what most lads that are 21 do. You know what I mean? Like when I look at my mates now and the way that they are, and I think I don't know how you do it, and yet I was doing that and more back then. So I don't think it was anything out of the ordinary. I just think that it was because it was public. It kind of can be made out that it's like you're kind of losing it a bit and doing too much. But maybe I was, but nothing. I was just enjoying being a 21 to 25-year-old at that point, and probably just in a on a bigger scale in terms of we'd be putting these big houses, or we'd be given all this stuff at clubs, like all the drink would be free, and and it'd be filmed or whatever. So, but I don't regret 1 minute of it. No, I had the time of my life.